afternoon and welcome to the Hollydell North Ice Arena in Sewell, New Jersey, where today the Skylands Kings 15 and under AA squad gets set to take on the Igloo Jaguars in game number 2 of the 3rd Atlantic Hockey Federation Showcase for 2025. Hi everyone, Mike Forbesano here on Facebook Live, and we are bringing the game to you here from the satellite rink at the Hollydell Ice Arena, the one down the street from the main one. And the Kings looking to get into the win column after yesterday's crushing 4-3 loss to the Winter Sport Royals. The Kings had 2 goals in the first period off the stick of Justin Church, had a 2-0 lead, gave up 3 goals in the second period, and then Michael Gengarelli tied the score with just over 10 minutes to go in the third period. However, 28 seconds later, Owen Traynor scored for the Winter Sport Royals to make it 4-3. And their goaltender, Jude Wendlecki, made it stand up. And the Royals were able to capture the 4-3 win over the Skylands Kings. So Skylands looking to get back into the win column today against a Jaguar team that is 6-15. But they won their first match of the weekend against the Rockets Hockey Club Red 5-3 yesterday. So Igloo 1-0. The Kings 0-1 in this tournament, or showcase I should say. And it is 4 games. Their overall record, 6-10, 1-2. Let's go over the rosters. We'll start with Igloo. Number 3 is Ryan Corella. Number 8 is Corey Bloch. 9 is DJ Lund. Number 10 is Chase Zopp. 17, Nolan Allison. 22, Avery Keebler. 23, Tanner Spiegel. 54, Ryan Bailey. 55, Graham Walker. 62 is Trey Federico. 73, Jeffrey Carey. 77, Jude Huber. 81 is Joseph Booth. Towan Ferguson's 88. Brendan Carey, 92. Mason Lang, 95. And Nathan Moreira is number 98 in the goaltenders. Number 1, Blaze Watkins, number 1. And number 70, Lucas Johnson. Johnson coming over from the Hollydell Hurricanes a few years back. I remember him. So for the Skylands Kings, we go with number 4, Tyler Fazio. Number 8, Michael Gengarelli. Number 9, Aiden Armiger. Number 11 is Vincent Pizza. Number 12 is Jonathan Dickens. Number 14, Braden Klein. 17 is Maddox Claudio. 18, Gabriel Stampone. Number 19, Connor Dunn. 20, Gio Valente. 22, Michael Forbesano. 25, Rocco Gallucci. Number 91 is Justin Church. Number 96 is Mason Filato. The goalkeepers, number 1, Braden Contrini. And number 29, Ethan Scanlon. The head coach of the Skylands Kings is Zach Sheik. Assistant coaches and the acting coach today is Nate Nussbaum. Also Charlie Spetz, and team mom is Trish Armiger. And you have Dave Armiger doing the scoreboard today. I'm Mike Forbesano. We're here live at the Hollydell North Ice Arena in Sewell, New Jersey. Game number 2 of the Atlantic Hockey Federation Showcase. And the Kings near their net. They are in white today, the home team, with gold and navy trim. And the Igloo Jaguars in their green jerseys with black and white trim. And they'll be going left to right on your screen. 17-minute periods here in showcase games for the Atlantic Hockey Federation, just like regular season. And the Kings will head back to the regular season after next weekend. They're going to break for Thanksgiving and then get back at it in December. So last 3 games of the schedule for November this weekend. We'll see if Contrini gets a start or if they go back to Scanlon in that. As for the Igloo Jaguars, I'm assuming it'll be Lucas Johnson as I see him hanging behind. It may not be. It may very well be Blaze Watkins. Try and get confirmation here in just a minute. Teams heading back to the respective benches. It is going to be Ethan Scanlon in net today for the Kings, trying to get him a win. He had a good game yesterday, just a tough outing, losing by 1 goal. Still no one in net for the Jaguars. 4:10 Eastern Time start. And with the way that the rink is here, there's nowhere in the middle really to film, so that's why we take the wings each time. At the home games, well, whenever there's a home game for the Kings, we use this angle. And then we're on the other end for any kind of road matchups. Great for when the puck's down here, not so much when we head down to the other end. Igloo's still at their bench. And it is Lucas Johnson who's heading to the net for the Jaguars. Gabriel Stampone along with Connor Dunn and Tyler Fazio out there on the front line for the Kings, along with Rocco Gallucci and Braden Klein on defense. Here we go. Kings and the Jaguars. And it goes over to Connor Dunn. Dunn gives it back to Klein, over to Gallucci. Gallucci now to Fazio, sends it in. The one good thing is I can use the bench here to go through with camera work to be able to get that near corner, as long as the players are sitting down. I'm not going to ask them to sit down, but if they are, it works out well. You're on the bench, you can do whatever you want. Well, not what the coach says, but the last problem they're going to have is worrying about my camera work. Done in the corner, taken away by number 17. That is Nolan Allison. In the corner now, the Jaguars have it. 73. That is Jeffrey Carey. Fazio comes back with it towards his own blue line. Now gives it to Gallucci. Gallucci up to Dunn. Sends it into the corner. 45 seconds into this matchup here. Sorella coming in toward the left post. He's behind the Kings net now. Stampone steals it away. Gives it over to Dickon. Jonathan Dickon with the pass up to Fazio. Here is Stampone. Stampone at the red line now over to blue. Coming in with Dunn. Shot. Goes into the netting and out of play. Line change for the Kings. Maddox Claudio out there along with Justin Church. Mason Filato. And then you have Dickon and Giancarelli on defense. Face off to the left of Johnson. Comes back right in the slot. Along the far boards. Past Dickon. And he can't keep it in. So Scanlon will stop it. Stick it aside. Gives it to Giancarelli. Giancarelli over to Church. All the way down the ice. Claudio gives chase. Picked up by the Jaguars. There's Zop. Over to number 92. Brendan Carey. And now Giancarelli with it at the red line. He'll pass it back over to Klein. Braden Klein, checked by Moreira. Filato now with it. Mason Filato over the red line on the far side. Carey picks it up for Igloo. Igloo right down here near Mount Holly. They play out of the Igloo Ice Arena down there. About 20 miles away, I think. Sakota. Checked off the puck by Armiger. Aiden will send it around to Justin Church. Pass Claudio goes over to number 8. That is Corey Block. Now in Walker. Walker, number 55. Walker with the shot tipped by Armiger. Goes around to the far boards. Picked up by Gia Valente. Valente racing into the zone. Goes back behind the net. He's got Filato and Formisano out there. Pass tipped by Walker. Comes outside the zone. Armiger will send it right back in. Just underway. 14-14 to go. First period. No score between the Kings and the Igloo Jaguars. It's behind the net. Formisano trying to pass it out to Stampone. Now the shot goes over the crossbar and off the glass by Valente. In the near corner, sends it around. Valente in the far now. Picked up by Igloo, stolen away by Stampone. And here are the Jaguars, number 62 with it. Trey Federico up to Walker. Walker loses an edge. Stampone will take it the other way. 3-on-3 now. Stampone, Formisano, and Valente. Stampone coming in. He's got Valente with him. Through the crease. And goes to the near boards. Valente. Pass across to Dickon. Jonathan Dickon. Fires. It's in front. Cleared by the Jaguars. Number 23, Spiegel has it. Valente knocks him down. Stampone with it. Now Spiegel around into the near corner. Walker has it. Walker skates it up. Pass to number 73, Jeffrey Carey. Just out of his reach. Formisano And a check along the boards on number 17, Nolan Allison. Big check by Formisano on number 23, Tanner Spiegel. Now Galucci sends it up to Fazio. Carey has it. Comes outside the zone to neutralize. Oh, done. And a check on Spiegel there. Here's Rocco Galucci. Up the boards. Gives it to Fazio. Tyler Fazio. Check by Huber. Line change for the Kings as you see him leave the bench. Jake Corelli racing to get to the puck before Carey does. Good backhand. Stolen away by Igloo. Shot on goal. Goes wide right. Now along the boards. Here's Klein. Braden Klein with it. Behind his own net. Pass up to Dunn. Tried to pass it to Spiegel just out of his reach. Murray also had a stick on it. Igloo has it back in their own zone. 5 minutes in, no score between the Igloo Jaguars and the Skylands Kings. We're coming to you live from the Hollydell North Ice Arena in Sewell, New Jersey. Mike Formisano along with you on Facebook Live. Thank you so much for joining us. Here's Dunn at the blue line. Connor Dunn over the red. Comes in over the blue, sends it to the far corner. Carey behind his own net. Pass up, Fazio intercepts, tried to set it up in the slot. It was in his skates. And Igloo has it. They'll send it cross ice over to number 81, Booth. Booth with Maria. Filato trips him down. We're going to have a penalty call against the Kings as Filato touches up. And Kings will go to the penalty kill. 11:22 to go. First period. No score, but the Igloo Jaguars do a power play when we return to Facebook Live after this. Face off to the left of Skylands as we return back to the Hollydell North Ice Arena. Here's Carey at the point. Shot. Deflected down. Jacarelli has it. Stolen by Carey. Carey with Corella in there. Jacarelli behind the net. Stopped there. Carey in the face-off dot shot. Blocked down. Comes over to Church. Church off the boards. Stampone racing after it. Here's Dickin. Jonathan Dickin will throw it off the boards all the way down the ice. 30 seconds gone by in the penalty to Filato. A tripping call with 11 and a change to go in the first period. Number 54, Ryan Bailey in. Bailey towards the left post. Elected to hold on to it. Turns it around. Carey after it. Dickin in there. Jonathan Dickin with the pass up to Church. Pass to the defender and all the way down the ice it goes. 10:20 remaining here. First period. Minute gone by in the power play for Igloo. Igloo 6-15 on the season, but they won their first game in the showcase against the Rockets Hockey Club Red. There's the red and the black teams, I believe. As for the Kings, they lost a heartbreaker yesterday, 4-3 to the Winter Sport Royals out of Bucks County, PA. Tomorrow, the Kings will take on the Vernon Hills Ice Dogs out of Illinois. And then in the evening tilt, Haverford, the Hawks from PA. Shot. Score! Gabriel Stampone just inside the top right corner. Over the glove of Lucas Johnson. And Stampone gets the Kings on the board, 1-0. A short-handed goal for Gabriel Stampone with 9:44 remaining in period number 1. Stampone from the low slot beats Johnson, and it's 1-0 Kings. Well, nice shot by Stampone. Didn't even think, just let it rip. And it beats Johnson above the glove. Here's Galucci. Pass back. Over to Chase Zopp. Zopp, pass, intercepted by Claudio. Maddox Claudio coming in. Along the near boards. Looks to clear. Intercepted by Galucci. Pass now over to Claudio. Claudio to Lente. Stolen away by the Jaguars. And here is Fazio back to Armiger. Over to Jonathan Dickon. Back to Armiger. Stolen away by Federico. Pass to Walker. Walker in the high slot. Off the face mask of Scanlon. So now over to Fazio. Yeah, Ethan didn't look phased there, so they build those face masks now to withstand that. Shot by Claudio goes wide right. Here's Valente. Back to the point to Dickon. Dickon sends it in. Deflected down. It's behind the net now. In the near corner. Past Armiger. It's going to come all the way down the ice. Scanlon will play it. Walker, wait for him. Now Dickon. Over to Armiger. Here's Aiden Armiger. Pass up to Fazio. Tyler Fazio. Stolen by Lund. Over to Booth. Igloo coming in. Carey with the shot. Saved by Scanlon. And a hold on. Good save by Ethan Scanlon right into the breadbasket. 8 minutes to go. First period. 1-0 Kings lead. On a goal by Gabriel Stampone. Now to face off to the right of Scanlon. Kings win it. Filato gives it to Klein. Klein to Jaguarelli. Off the boards to Connor Dunn. Now Jaguarelli. Stolen by Carey. Carey skates into the zone and he pulled it back over the line and that allowed Booth to go in with the puck in the neutral zone. So offside on the play. Face-off goes back to Klein. Now Gencarelli sends it to Church. Down into the Igloo zone, DJ Lund. Filato steals it. Filato coming in. Shot over the crossbar and off the glass and lands behind Johnson's net. Now to Church. Church, pass in front. Tipped. Goes wide. I think Johnson got his right pad on it. Filato was in there trying to tip that home. Now the shot by Church. It's loose in front. Cleared to the side. Done. Back to Klein. Tipped by Carey. And Gencarelli will pick it up for the Kings before Carey can go off on a breakaway. Here's Filato. Sent around by number 8, Corey Block. Back to Klein. Braden Klein. Now Gencarelli. Carey steals it. Comes back to Klein, however. Braden Klein will jump right back on it. Now Carey. Jeffrey Carey into the King zone. Shot on goal. Stick save by Scanlon. Dickon. Good check. Carey with it. Sends it back to the point. It's number 23. Tanner Spiegel. Taken away by Filato. Mason Filato along the far boards. Puck in the high slot. Church with it now. Sends it around to Dickon on the far end. Jonathan Dickon. Oh, he gets elbowed down by number 3. That's Ryan Carella. No call. We play on. Here's Dickon. Jonathan Dickon. Pass Valente goes all the way down, and it'll be an icing with 5:45 remaining in period number 1. 1-0 Kings on a goal by number 18 right in front of you, Gabriel Stampone. Beat Lucas Johnson to the top right corner on a shorthanded opportunity for the Kings. And they lead 1-0. Face off to the right of Scanlon. Goes back to Carey. Carey sends it around. Into the near corner, there's Zop. Armiger. Now to Maria. In front, stolen by Valente. Here's Gio Valente. Valente in along the far boards. Formasano, roughs up number 10, Zop. Zop didn't like it, gave him a fistful afterwards. Now Carella. Carella goes behind. On the far boards, skating around to the high slot. Zop with the shot. Good save by Scanlon in front. And there's Valente. Now Valente looking for a break. Kings got a 2-on-1. If Valente can get there, no, Zop tips it away. Now here is Stampone. Stampone racing in, gets tripped down. Shot goes high above the crossbar. 4:50 to go. And we got a delayed penalty call against the Kings. Against the Igloo, I'd say. Puck behind the net. Igloo finally touches up. And we're going to get a penalty against the Jaguars. Kings will go to their first power play of the afternoon. It's going to be a tripping call. And on number 10, Chase Zop. So you saw how frustrated Zop was when he got hit by Formisano. I don't know if that had anything to do with it as far as the trip in the corner, but he got somebody. And Zop goes to the box. 4:40 to go, first period. Here's Jaguars. Fires. Low shot, save Johnson. And the Jaguars able to clear it all the way down the ice. Number 23, Tanner Spiegel. Here's Klein. Braden Klein with the pass to Michael Jancarelli. Jancarelli, number 8, over to Fazio. Pass across to Stampone. Fires. Save Johnson. Stampone racing for the rebound. Goes in the near corner. Good effort by him. Another shot. Goes high above the crossbar. And Stampone picks that up. Great hustle by Gabriel Stampone. Here's Klein over to Jancarelli. Following his shot no matter where it goes. Great job. Here's Klein. Klein at the point. Sends it in. Back to Jancarelli. Over to Stampone. Stampone along the near boards. Face-off dot. Pass across, intercepted by number 62, Trey Federico. Now the puck right in front of us. Federico, big collision on Jancarelli, and he's going to get called for it as he got his stick up. And I think they're going to get Stampone. I thought they were going to get Federico first time, but instead it's Gabriel Stampone called for high sticking. 3:33 to go in the first period, so that will negate the Kings' power play. We'll play 4-on-4 for 53 seconds, and then the Jaguars will have an abbreviated power play. Here's Gallucci. Sends it back to Dickin. Corella in there, trying to steal it away. All the way down the ice, Valente. Oh, we got a whistle and a penalty. It's going to be a slash. And that's against Rocco Gallucci. And I'll tell you what, not only do the Kings now go down a man, but that thwarted a breakaway opportunity for Gio Valente. He was off and running. So, Gallucci to the box for slashing, and now it's 4-on-3. And once Zop comes back in 44 seconds, the Jaguars will have a 5-on-3 for at least a minute. To the left of Scanlon. Corella and Filato. Corella wins it, goes to Carey. Carey has it. Pass back, number 9. The shot high above the crossbar. It was DJ Lund. No, don't know if he has a musical industry. Carey with the shot. Saves Scanlon. And they'll hold on. 3:07 to go in the opening period. 1-0 Kings lead on a goal by Gabriel Stampone. Face off to the left of Scanlon. It'll be Booth and Filato. Booth wins it. Dickin with a check. Filato steals it away. Sends it around to Jancarelli. Jancarelli, Dickin, and Filato, the only Kings out there right now. And Dickin clears his own. Big clear. All the way down the ice. Comes in on Johnson, and Bailey will take it. And now with 7 seconds to go, once Zop comes back on, we'll have a 5-on-3 for about a minute. Here's Booth, and now Zop is off, so we're 5-on-3 for the next 70 seconds. Allison, pass to Bailey. Bailey fires off of Dickin's right leg. Tied up along the boards. Back to Federico. Federico shot. Save Scanlon. Rebound's loose. Right on the pads. It's underneath. No signal by the referee. We got a fight going on. Scanlon, and you got Bailey down there along with One of the Kings forwards being tied up, Dickin, and there were definitely punches thrown. As Bailey came in to crash the net, went over Scanlon. Scanlon didn't like that. Neither did the defense, so we'll see how it's called by the referees with 2:16 to go in the first period. It's a 5-on-3. Kings have 2 men in the box. I think they're going to add some more, but it should be offsetting if I'm not mistaken. We'll see Bailey going over with the referee. So I think Bailey and I think Jonathan Dickin are going to go off. All right, so we return to action. 2:16 remaining first period. Stampone's penalty has 43 seconds to go. Galucci's has 52. So it's 5-on-3 for the next 43 seconds, and then a 9-second power play 5-on-4 after that. Shot by Spiegel. Save! Scanlon on a right pad save. Oh, he kicked out that right pad like a pinball flipper. Now, face off to the left of Scanlon. Filato against Corella. Jaguars with it. Carry back at the point. Shot comes in by Spiegel. Blocker glove save by Scanlon. Klein clears it all the way down the ice. Big clear by the Kings. Now Carey behind his own net. Filato on the forecheck. Here's Corella racing across the blue line. Corella pass to Walker. Walker fires. Oh, he got the post. Walker rings iron and he goes out of play. Minute 45 remaining in the first period. Just 12 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. 21 on the second penalty. Kings are doing everything possible to thwart this opportunity for the Jaguars. Filato gets a piece of it. Now Fazio. Fazio trying to clear the zone. And Jacarelli has it, and he's going to do just that. Michael Jacarelli across the blue line. Just dumps it in behind the net. Smart play by Jacarelli. The first penalty's over, and the second penalty will be over in 2 seconds. 1, and here we go. The Kings have killed the 5-on-3. Great job defensively by the Skylands Kings there. Minute 15 to go in the first period. We're back to 5-a-side hockey. Now Stampone a check down on Carey. Sends it all the way around. Formasano in the corner now. Gets a check by number 92. And that is Brendan Carey. You got Jeffrey Carey, 73. Brendan Carey, 92. Here's Jeffrey. Jeffrey Carey. Jacarelli rides him right into the boards. Sends it all the way around. Here's Stampone. Gabriel Stampone with the pass up to Formasano just underneath his stick. Now Walker. Walker coming in. Fires wide right. Galucci after it. Corella on him. Now Formasano tied up with Lund. Sends all the way down the ice. 25 seconds to go. Walker loses an edge. Formasano steals it. Slot shot. Johnson got a piece of it. In front. Now it's loose. Backhand shot. Another backhand shot. Wide right. Comes back to the point. Here's Klein. Klein with 5 seconds. Stolen away by Walker. Walker trying to beat the clock. He can't get around Klein. Klein ties him up, and that is the end of the first period. Kings get a goal by Gabriel Stampone, and then they kill off a 5-on-3. And at the end of the first period, it is 1-0 Kings over the Igloo Jaguars. We'll take a break, and we're going to start up a new feed right after this on Facebook Live. Coming back in about 30 seconds. New feed coming up for the second period on Facebook Live. 1-0 Kings.